Good evening. For the second time in as many weeks, a grand jury has found the evidence is just not there to charge a white police officer in connection with the death of a black civilian.
There is a specific problem that is happening in the African American community that's not happening in other communities.
My name is Justin Cheatham.
Janine Monique Wright.
Dexter Pascal.
Ashley Simone Ray.
Well, my race is African American.
I'm African American.
I'm African American.
I am African American.
Sort of happened since, birth, really. We're born into a system where you're automatically judged. You're born a suspect. So your negative connotation that goes along with just your birth alone as being a black person.
My mom sent me to predominantly Manhattan school, so I was pretty much the only black girl in my school. So I was always mistreated and always kind of like the only pepperoni on the pizza and always stood out.
There was one night when I went out with my friends, innocent night, and we was walking down the street when a police officer just randomly stopped and came and frisked us for no reason. They had no cause, they had no reason. They just wanted to harass and humiliate us just because of the color of our skin. When they stop you, they look at your color and then say that you're not worth anything and just treat you like crap.
It was a moment where we were at Atlantic Mall in downtown Brooklyn, and a situation had happened with a friend of mine. And we were sitting down, we were hanging out, we had actually purchased some food and we were talking about some things, and a group passed us and started a fight with us. In the midst of us trying to exit before the problem escalated further, when the cops showed up, they immediately maced him in an attempt to try to arrest him.
I dated a couple of Italian or Caucasian women, as you say. And when we're out, cops will just want to stop us to make sure she's okay, like I'm holding her against her will, or like, they're trying to come to her rescue when, she's obviously happy where she is. And they get jealous that, one of them is with one of us. Well, what stereotype hasn't been put on my race? I mean, we're the robbers, we're the killers.
We steal, we just came here to just do wrong. That's the perception they have about us.
Unfortunately, our color just seems to be a real plight in every aspect. I won't say as far as relationships, because I guess the way I was raised, my mom has taught me to love everybody. Unfortunately, those type of values are not taught universally.
I think a lot of the stereotypes have been sexualized due to hip hop in the media. They usually view African American women as sex symbols because we have the big thighs, we have the big butts, we have big breasts. So usually they see us as kind of like a sex object and not more of as a person. They see us as an object that they can touch or they can violate in some type of way. And I know, coming from me personally, I've known that. I've known people who think oh, because you're black, you must be able to do certain things, or you must be able to twerk, or you must be able to shake your behind like a certain way. So, and that's negative, because I don't want to be seen as a sex symbol. I want to be seen as a respectable African American woman.
The color of our skin should not be the reason why we have to die, or why we have to go through discrimination, or why we can't get jobs, or why we can't have better living conditions. I want us to no longer be restrained by anything or anyone. I want us to be able to just live our lives and not have to live them in fear 24, or in my case, 25/7. 365 days a year. And at the rate we are going, if we don't start doing something about it, then we might as well just be okay with what it is, no longer complain about it, and just live the way we've been living. And in my eyes, that's fear. And not living is existing. We shouldn't have to exist, period.
The change starts with the people. If we can all realize that we're the same and we can get along, that's all we would ever need. But as long as we need terms of division of who's better than who, or we're competing for the spotlight instead of just realizing that we all bleed red, then all our problems will be solved.
I would like to see laws passed that will somehow, stop racism. If there's cases that, that might influence somebody choosing a job where you can't get the job, it should be on credentials, not just the color of your skin. And if proven that you did that, there should be harsh penalties for it.
I think change really has to come with the people, because black on black crime is at an all-time high, especially in Brooklyn and Queens and the outer boroughs. We have to stop killing each other if we want other people to stop killing us, because how can we ask someone to respect us if we don't respect our own people? That's kind of like calling the kettle black. You just can't ask for respect if you don't have respect for yourself. So I really feel like if we want any type of change, change really needs to start within, and if we want respect, we have to start respecting ourselves.
I don't get a chance to actually post my views often, and that's another problem, is that we are in a system and society where they check everything we do. Everything we say, everything we do, they censor everything. Everything has to be politically correct, and it actually does feel good to voice these views and not have to necessarily worry about what the consequences may follow.
I will not stop being who I am. I will not kneel for you. I will not take the abuse. I basically will not abide by your rules that you think that racism is an okay thing.
We will not be exterminated. We will not become weak. We will rise and overcome for whatever trap you try to lay for us. Because we are not going nowhere whether you like it or not. And as much as you want to kill us, there's a thing called birth. So always be more of us. So no, we will not be silent, and we will rise and overcome.
You cannot change who I am. You should judge a person by the content of their heart and not by the color of their skin.
I will not be silenced.
I will not be silenced.
I will not be silenced.
I will not be silenced.